old woman who lived in a shoe, who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in this story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here, as we're getting set for a first pitch between Pierre and Brandon Valley in Game 2 of our doubleheader. John Winkler here on this Saturday afternoon as we are looking maybe a little bit later than at 3:45 start time, a little bit closer towards 4 o'clock for our second game. Reminder at 5:30 we'll have coverage starting or after, well, at this point probably a little after 5:30 we'll have coverage of baseball, Major League Baseball on the air here on KCCR, as it'll be the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's coverage supposed to start at 5 o'clock. First pitches until a little after 6, around 6:15. So we can still get you out there most likely before first pitch, as Post State will be looking for a split of this doubleheader against Brandon Valley. They need a split here against Brandon Valley. And again, if they go 2-2, and it didn't matter if they go 2-2 with a split with Brandon Valley and split with Aberdeen, or if they swept Brandon Valley or swept Aberdeen, didn't really matter. Does not matter. But with the 2-2 record, things get a little bit dicier for Pierre to be a host team. They're going to need some help with Sioux Falls West, Yankton both losing, as well as also Renner losing their game to Sioux Falls East on Monday. So while that's still a possibility of that happening, although it becomes actually for Pierre now that Post 320 beat East, it's going to be really tough to make that happen. So it is going to be let's see here for Post 8, actually that might take them out of the running of being able to host if they go 2-2 with the win for Post 320 over East. That puts it at a spot where Renner will stay in front of Pierre, and so will Post 320, and it will be for Post 8 having to go on the road if they do not win this game here today, the second game, and then have to sweep Aberdeen. So after the win for Post 320 over Sioux Falls East, Post 8 has to win the last 3 games to find themselves at home coming up next week Friday. So it has to be wins from here on out for the 8s. Otherwise, they'll be on the road next Friday and Saturday if they don't pick up a win here in this ball game, and then have to sweep Aberdeen as well. So that's where we kind of sit right now. It is becoming more being able to be seen what's happening. Is for Post State, they know more of their destination and what they need to do, because they can't even get any help after that. If they go 2-2, they won't be able to get any help. They're going to need a little bit of help, but not nearly as much to go 3-1 to still be able to host. But at 2-2, it's going to be impossible for them to host if they don't win this game here against Brandon Valley and going into Monday. Post State and Brandon Valley, Game 2 come up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for another 3 minutes. We'll come back with first pitch here soon. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Man, my pocketbook took a hit from propane prices this winter.
Sounds like you need to talk to Ed, Chris, and Carla over at CHS. I locked in my propane pricing this time last year with CHS, and they even set me up on a budget program so I could pay for it each month rather than all at once. Sure helped me this winter.
Really? A budget plan and you got to lock in a price now? Who did you talk to?
CHS, the elevator in town. They're also a hometown propane supplier. Give them a call at 224-5935. Ask for Ed, Chris, or Carla. Stop in or visit their website, chsriverplains.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit DakotaSprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit DakotaSprinkler.com today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at ComtechPlus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
This sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
So ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so sexy. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, we are set for Game 2 of our doubleheader as Bennett Dean is on the mound, and he will deal with Aiden Spicer as he will step to the plate. We're ready to go here for our second game in our doubleheader between Brandon Valley and Pierre. Before we get to that first pitch, we will tell you that Dean's numbers: 18 2/3 innings. He is going to be his fifth start. He is 0-3 right now in the year. He has ERA of 6, a WHIP of 2.036. He has allowed 21 hits, 21 runs, 60 of them earned, 12 walks, 16 strikeouts for Bennett Dean, who had looked good over the last couple of outings. Last weekend at the Gopher Classic, struggled to find the strike zone as the first pitch is grounded right to Wiebe at third. The throw to first at Lyons is retired. One pitch and one out to open up game number 2 as we start game 2 at 3:53 here this afternoon. Here's Logan Kelling, the shortstop. Kelling in game number 1 went 0 for 5, reached base twice. His last time that he was retired, he ended up being retired by a bunt attempt that hit him outside of the box and was out as the first pitch will miss low and away. And they maybe talk about that play just a little bit too, because on a bunt attempt or a foul ball that goes off you, as long as you're in the box, it's just a foul ball. But once you leave the batter's box, you become the runner. And when that ball hits you on a non-thrown ball, you're out as it counts 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That'll come high and inside. The count's now 3-0 here to Kelling. You become basically like a guy on first, second, or third. Or I guess more first and second, because you should be in foul territory all the way down the third base line. As the 3-0 pitch will come in over for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. On a ground ball, if you're on first or second and it hits you, you are out. You know, the play is dead. Well, that's what happened with Kelling. It just happened right in front of the plate. 3-1 pitch is upstairs, and it will be a walk. A one-out walk issued to Logan Kelling, and it'll bring up Matt Brown, the DH. Dean threw really well a couple of games ago for Post State, as he did enough against the I believe it was the Renner Royals that he threw against. He threw all 7 innings against Renner. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. He had 11 strikeouts, no walks, gave up 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, in the 6-4 loss to Renner. He also won a complete game of the Minot tournament in a 3-1 loss. There's a line shot by Brown out towards left field. It's over the head of Stalley. It's going to go up against the wall. Rounding second on his way to third is going to be Kelling. He's going to be held up at third base. It's a 1-out double for Brown. And runners are at second and third with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And Brandon Valley is threatening to take an early lead here in game 2 of our doubleheader. I'll bring up Austin Ryder, the left fielder. Ryder will be followed by Daniel Butane, then Sam Shenaha, Ty Payton, Dawson Mork, and Nick Hokenstead, the 9 hitters. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Austin Ryder. Ryder is 0 for 4. Went 0 for 4 yesterday in game 1. Grounds it to the third baseman and Wiebe. The throw to first is going to be in time, so there's a big second out. And Daniel Butane now comes to the plate trying to drive in the first runs. Everybody will go back. Everybody was in on the infield. And now everybody will go back to the normal depth. And here's Daniel Butane, who went 1 for 3 in game 1 with a single in the 5th inning with 2 strikeouts. Dean will be looking to finish out to this top of the first inning. First pitch to Butane. Over for strike 1. Here is the 0-1 pitch. The fly ball out towards center field. Going back is Kruger. Still going back. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. Post State's and Brandon Valley. No score as the 8s are coming to the plate. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the first inning, Post State, their lineup here in game number 2. Lincoln Keatles will lead things off, followed by Matthew Hansen, the second baseman. Jaden Wiebe, the third baseman, will bat third. Gary Nedved, the DH, will bat fourth. Johnny Lyons, the first baseman, batting fifth. Jet Zabel, the right fielder, batting sixth. George Stowey, the left fielder, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, will bat ninth. Keenholz, the leadoff man in game 1. He went 1 for 3 in the ball game. A 2-run home run. Nearly had a second home run. That came in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lead off the bottom of the 6th, nearly tied the ball game up, but Post State ended up dropping it 8-7 in game 1. First pitch, a hard ground ball that is foul down the third base line. And it's 0-1. Jared Zur is on the mound, the second of the 2 Zurs on this team. And for Jared Zur, he is making his third start. He is 3-0 in his 8 appearances now. This is his 8th appearance in 22 and 2/3 innings. He's given up 23 hits, 9 runs, 5 of them earned, 13 strikeouts to just 2 walks, an ERA of 1.54, and a WHIP of 1.103. As the count is 0-2 here to Lincoln Keenels. And this pitching staff is pretty good here for Brandon Valley. 0-2 pitch, ground ball to the shortstop, Kelling. He will field. The throw to first is not in time, and a leadoff single for Lincoln Keenels. Kelling took just a little bit too much time to make that play happen, and Keenels will beat it out for an infield single. And he has the first hits of the ball game for either side. Excuse me, for Pierre. One hit for Brandon Valley in that first inning. Here's now Matthew Hansen. That's Keenel's second hits of the day today. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 4 o'clock. We play the bottom of the first in game number 2 of our doubleheader. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Hansen. Hansen in game number 1 went 1 for 2 in the ball game. He was retired in his first at-bat. Then he walked, singled, and was hit by a pitch. And he was retired on the base pass all 3 times that he reached base. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. Whether it was off of a getting picked off between first and second, retired on a fielder's choice, and then also the first part of the double play that was turned on a ground ball. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Zur to Hansen. Hansen will get a piece of it. Flies it out to center field. Spicer is there. He'll make the catch, and there's one down here at the bottom of the first. Austin Ryder is in left, Aiden Spicer in center, and Daniel Butine, the right fielder. Nick Hokenstad at third, Logan Kelling at short, Ty Payton at second, Sam Shenahaw at first, Dawson Mork behind the plate, and Jared Zur, the man on the mound for Brandon Valley. They're looking for a doubleheader sweep. They've dropped 3 spots over the last several days. Keenels takes off on the pitch. The throw to second. Not in time. Just barely not in time. And Lincoln Keenels steals second. First pitch strike taken to Jaden Wiebe. And count is 0-1. I think Wiebe missed a sign of a hit and run. Or potentially White not happy that he took that pitch down the middle. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Wiebe. That'll miss, blown away, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Runner on second and 1 out. Base hit could give Post State an early lead again. 1-1 pitch. That'll miss low. 2-1 the count here to Wiebe. Keenels had a big lead at second. Was about to get a running start to third, but Zur timed that pitch well for Keenels not to take off to third base. Now a pickoff attempt, and Keenels will get back in safely on the throw back. He's standing up. And the count remains at 2-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe in game 1 went 0 for 3. He walked his first trip, then flew out to center, reached out fielder's choice, and grounded into a double play. 2-1 pitch is low and away, and the count's now 3-1. On deck is Gary Nedved, the DH, the cleanup hitter in this ball game. Bennett Dean not hitting. Being DH for by Nedved, so the only sub on the bench right now is Jackson Edmond for Post State. 3-1 pitch. Wiebe ground ball that is fouled down the third base line. And the count is now full at 3-2. Keenels leads away from second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Jared Zur peers in for the sign, comes set. 3-2 pitch, a soft ground ball, left side, booted by the shortstop, and everybody's going to be safe. So it'll be runners at first and third with 1 down. And it will bring up Gary Nedved. And for Jaden Wiebe, it'll be reaching on an error. Charge of the shortstop and Kelling. And both guys to reach base. One was just a little bit too much time from Kelling at short. And then an error charge to him. Allow those two runners to reach base right now. Zerb, pickoff attempt. And back in safely at first base is Wiebe. Runners at the corners. One out here in the bottom of the first in game 2. First pitch to Nedved. High and inside for ball 1. Nedved in game number 1 didn't finish out the ball game, but he went 2 for 2. An RBI single in the first and a single in the second. He was replaced with the pitching change when Lions entered the ball game to play third. Nedved, the DH, was taken out of the ball game. 1-0 pitch. Wiebe takes off. He's swinging a miss. The throw to second, and Wiebe is thrown out trying to steal second. And there's now 2 down and a runner on third base. So now to bring up, well, with still Gary Nedved at the plate with a 1-1 count. Post 8. Now need to find a way to get a base hit from Nedved to get the lead. 1-1 pitch. Nedved swings and fouls it back, and the count is now at 1-2. Lions is on deck, followed by Jet Zabel, George Staley, Grayson Hunsley, and Brecken Kruger. Here's the 1-2 pitch. As upstairs, and the count's now 2-2. Other final scores from across the states. Again, Post 22 beat West 14-3. Post 320 beat East 10-6 in game 1. There's a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the second. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here, top of the second, Post 8 and Brandon Valley tie with no score. It is 6, 7, and 8. Sam Shenahaw, Ty Payton, and Dawson Mork, the first 3 hitters. A walk and a double, the only 2 guys to reach base, but Bennett Dean was able to get out of that second and third with the 1-out jam as first pitch misses low for ball 1 to Shenahaw. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will be taken for a strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Sam Shenahaw, he comes in 286 batting average, although he went 0 for 1 in the ball game in game 1. That one at bats, actually he went 1 for 1. He got a base hit, 2 RBI base hit for Shenahaw. Counts now 2-1. That was just his 5th hit of the season. That one will miss, and it's now 3-1. So Bennett Dean in the first inning, again, gave up that walk and that double, made it second and third with one out, and was able to get out of that tight spot as the swing and a miss makes it 3-2. Now to Shenahaw. Full count pitch. Chopper over to Wiebe at third. He'll field. The throw to first is going to be in time. Leadoff man retired. It's a third ground ball over to Wiebe at third base here in the first 2 innings. And it'll bring up Ty Payton. Payton, the second baseman. This will be his first at-bats of the day. .290 batting average, 4 doubles and a triple. 14 runs driven in for the lefty. As he digs in and waits for the first pitch to Bennett Dean, which is upstairs for ball 1. Dawson Mork and then Hokenstad. Mork will also hit for the first time. 1-0 will miss low and away, and the count's 2-0. Here to Payton. 2-0 pitch from Dean. That one is fouled back to the netting, and it's now 2-1. Again, here on KCCR later on this evening, it's just a 6:15 first pitch between Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. We'll have coverage once we're done here at Hyde Stadium. That one's fouled back, and the count's now 2-2. Coverage is supposed to start at 5:30, but we will keep it here on KCCR until the ball game comes to an end. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again, and we'll do it another time. It'll be pitch number 24 from Bennett Dean. With one out, nobody on here in the top of the second. 2-2. Fouled back another time. That one will get out of Hyde Stadium, go across Capitol. So we'll have another 2-2 pitch upcoming. Dean for the windup. The 2-2. Line shot, and that's going to be a base hit. Over down the right field line. Sable's able to cut it off. It turns into a one-out single for Payton. 1 on and 1 out, and it's Dawson Mork. Mork comes in hitting .257. He's got 5 doubles, 12 runs driven in. An OPS of 705 for Dawson Mork. The catcher in Game 2. After Skorcheski played in Game 1, Mork gets the chance to be behind the plate in Game number 2. Here's the first pitch. Runner takes off. The throw to second is going to be wide of the bag and a stolen base for Payton. And count is 1-0 to Dawson Mork. A runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the top of the second. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a strike. He was the count at a ball and a strike here. To Dawson Mork. 1-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, and the count is 2-1. Nick Hokenstad, who went 3 for 4 in the ball game in Game 1, is on deck. 2-1 pitch. That one is at the letters. 2-2 the count. Dean looking for his first strikeout. Coming in, he's got 16 strikeouts, 11 of those 16 against Renner. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Just a bit high, maybe a little bit inside. The count is full at 3-2. Dean with 1 walk so far. This will be pitch number 31 of the day for Bennett Dean. 3-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3, and there is the first strikeout for Dean. On the outside corner, Mork thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's strike 3, and it will bring up Nick Hokenstad, the third baseman. So Hokenstad Picked up a quarter of his hits so far in the season in one ball game. He had 9 hits in 54 at-bats. He went 3 for 4. Now has 12 hits in the season. 3 for 4 in game number 1 with an RBI. First pitch will miss for ball 1 to Hokenstad. Number 9 man in the order, Aiden Spicer. The top of the order is awaiting on deck. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now 1-1. A 1-out single from Peyton. Stole seconds. He's still at second base here with 2 outs in the inning. 1-1 pitch. That one is just a little bit outside. The count's now 2-1. Hokenstad had 3 singles before he was retired to the right fielder, Zabel, in the top of the 7th in game 1. 2-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and it's now 3-1. And Dean in danger of walking number 9 man to get to the top of the order here in the top of the 2nd. Dean will come set from the stretch. 3-1. As a check swing that is foul. It wasn't even a full check swing. It counts now 3-2. Barely moved the bat off the shoulder, and pitch that was going to be ball 4 turns into a strike for Bennett Dean to make the count full with 2 outs. Looking for strikeout number 2. 3-2 pitch. Runner takes off of the pitch. Flown out towards left field. George Stalley, he's camped underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side here at the top of the 2nd. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Back here, bottom of the 2nd, it is 5, 6, and 7 here for Post-8, as Johnny Lyons will lead things off, followed by Jed Zabel and George Stalley. Post-8 looking to get in the score column first again, like they did in game number 1. Johnny Lyons went 0 for 2 in the ball game after coming in as a defensive replacement when Jackson Edmond was taken out of the game in the 5th inning. First pitch to Lyons will miss low for ball 1. Lyons, Zabel, Stalley, 5, 6, and 7. Here in the bottom of the 2nd, here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss low, and it's now 2-0. Jared Zerr able to work around an infield single and an error in the top of the 1st inning, or in the bottom of the 1st. Lions will fly it out towards right center field. Long run for Spicer. Diving for it is the right fielder. And Butine to make the catch. And the leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the 2nd. Fantastic diving play there from Butine. And there's one down now here in the bottom of the 2nd, and it'll bring up Jet Zabel, the right fielder. Zabel in game number 1 went 1 for 4. Singled back in the 5th inning. Came around to score on the RBI triple from George Stalley. First pitch is over for strike 1. Zabel hitting .246 coming in this doubleheader. 10 singles and 7 doubles. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce in. 1-1. Post State's had just 2 extra base hits in that first game. The home run by Keenels and also the triple by Stalley. No doubles for Post State. Here's a ground ball right side, fielded by the second baseman and Peyton. Throw to first is going to be in time. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the second, and it will bring up George Stalley. Stalley went 2 for 3. 3 runs driven in game 1. A single with the 2 RBIs in the first inning. And then he had that RBI triple in the 5th. At that point, made it 7-3 for Post State. Before a 5-run 6th inning made it 8-7 and a win for Brandon Valley. First pitch to Stalley will miss low for ball 1. Post State will host Aberdeen on Monday. 5 o'clock started for that doubleheader to finish out the regular season. Stalley will foul that one away, and it's now 1-1. And Post State needs to win to this second game. Otherwise, they will not host a region round next week Friday, going into Friday, Saturday. They know they will have to go on the road. It will just depend on who they will play on the road. 1-1 pitch is popped up. That is fouled out of play. And it's now 1-2. And there goes the microphone from after it hit the microphone fell after it bounced off the top of the canopy here at the press box. So here is a swing and a miss by Stalley, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the third. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Top of the third inning, Post State in Brandon Valley still tied, scoreless. As for Brandon Valley in the top of the third, top of the order, Aiden Spicer, Logan Kelling, and Matt Brown be the first 3 hitters here for Brandon Valley, post 131. They picked up the big win in game number 1 to help them out trying to get back into a spot to be one of the top number 1 or number 2 teams. They've dropped from number 1 to number 4, although they went from 1 to 3 technically in the region standings, with post 22 coming out of those standings by the time the season comes to an end. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Aiden Spicer. He grounded out to the Weeby in the first inning to let off the ball game. 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count's even at a ball and a strike here to Aiden Spicer. Top of the third. Leadoff man here in the third inning, Aiden Spicer. Leadoff man in the order. 1-1. Ground ball right back up the middle. It's a base hit for Spicer to kick things off in the third inning. Third hit of the ball game for Brandon Valley. And it will bring up Logan Kelling, who walked his first trip to the plate. And most likely be seeing at some point in this order that we're going to see Spicer try and take off for second. A lot of stolen base attempts, but then you also get the top of the order. And Spicer, your center fielder, I think it's going to be You're going to see him try and steal. Steals in the first pitch. Showing bunt, pulls it back to throw to second. They got him out at second. Spicer looked like he pulled up at the last moment, and then he slid in, trying to slide in, and he's thrown out trying to steal. And thrown out by Grayson Hunsley. That's the 7th man that he's thrown out trying to steal this so far in the season. And there's one down and nobody on base. Here's the next pitch to Logan Kelling. And will bounce in. So Hanson with a good tag. I believe it's a 2-0. It is a 2-0 count here to Logan Kelling. There's a big first out here in the top of the third. That one will miss low. It's now 3-0. And again, it looked like almost that Spicer was slowing up, thinking that either the ball was put into play, the play was a foul ball or something, but it didn't look like he was running full speed to second base. But he was thrown out by a good margin too. A 4-pitch walk to Logan Kelling. And it'll bring up Matt Brown, the DH, who doubled in his first at-bats. He made it second and third with 1 out. And Pierre was able to get out of it with a ground ball and a fly-out. Here's the first pitch to Brown. He'll swing and foul that one straight back. And it's 0-1. Brown was coming into this doubleheader at 284 batting average. 0-1 pitch. That is taken on the outside quarter. It's now 0-2. Brown in game number 1 went 1 for 2 in the ball game. Reached base 3 times. Hit by a pitch, walk, and a single. 0-2 count to Brown. This is low and away. And it's now a 1-2 count here. Ground ball can get you out of this inning. On deck is Austin Ryder, the left fielder, the cleanup man. Here's the 1-2. That was taken for strike 3 on the outside corner. And that will retire Brown. And Coach Van Heel not happy with that strikeout. Brown just turned back around and was walking away, and there's now 2 down. So now here's Austin Ryder with 2 outs and a runner on first. Post State will catch a break on that one. First pitch. That one will miss for ball 1. Ryder ground out to the third baseman, Weeby. That came with runners at second and third and 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. Might have climbed the zone just a little bit. And evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Comes high and inside. The count's now 2-1. Matt Brown has walked his way all the way back behind the bullpen mound out in left field. 2-1 pitch. And that one is popped up on the infield. Johnny Lyons will call for it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here at the top of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Played 2.5, no score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we head to the bottom of the third inning, Post 8 and Brandon Valley still scoreless. And for the 8s right now, they will have 8, 9, and 1. Grayson Hunsley, Brecken Kruger, and Lincoln Keenels, the first 3 hitters here for the 8s. Grayson Hunsley in game number 1 went 0 for 3. And ground outs, a fly out, and a pop out in his 3 trips to the plate. Jared Zerr delivers the first pitch to Hunsley. He'll swing and miss on a curveball for strike 1. Hunsley so far in the year, we talked about how that average continued to climb, and he's up to 241 coming into this doubleheader. The 0-1 pitch, and Hunsley will swing and miss, and it's now 0-2. And for Hunsley, now an 0-2 count right now, he's got to protect, but he's done a really good job, even through that first part of the year where he was unable to really find his way into getting base hits. He was not striking out at all. 0-2 pitch. He'll ground that one foul. And it remains at 0-2. He'll play over there at the dugout. Third base dugouts. An 0-2 count here to Grayson Hunsley. And a swing and a miss. And Hunsley will be thrown out on a pitch in the dirt. And a rare strikeout for Hunsley. And we'll bring up Brecken Kruger. Knew as soon as it was an 0-2 count, I should have kept my mouth shut and talked about it in the next at-bat. But just the 4th time that Hunsley has struck out in 84 at-bats now. First pitch over for strike 1 to Brecken Kruger. Kruger went in game 1, he went 1 for 3, singled in the in the second inning, and then scored on the home run by Keenels. The count's quickly 0-2 now to Kruger. Three strikeouts so far for Jared Zerr. He retired Nedved and Stalley to end each of the 2 innings. And now he's got back-to-back strikeouts as he ties up Kruger and Knotts on a swing. And it's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd, and he'll bring up Lincoln Keenels. Keenels singled to lead off the ball game in the bottom of the 1st. An infield single. Post 8 right now with just that 1 hit. Here's the first pitch. Keenels, he's got another base hit. That one's through the left side. He's 2 for 2. And the inning will continue to Matthew Hansen. Hansen flew out of the center fielder, and Spicer in his first at-bat. We'll see if maybe Keenels will take off at some point in this at-bat, maybe early on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Try and jumpstart the offense, find a way to score a run to get the lead. Zerr will come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Hansen will pop it up on the right side. It will be on the line, second baseman, and Peyton will make the catch and will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played 3 complete. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Top of the fourth inning, no score between Pierre and Brandon Valley as we welcome you back here at Hyde Stadium. It is going to be 5, 6, and 7. Daniel Butine, Sam Shenahaw, and Ty Payton, the first three hitters here for Brandon Valley in the top of the fourth. 2 hits apiece. Excuse me, 3 hits for Brandon Valley, 2 for Pierre so far. First pitch will bounce in for ball 1 to Daniel Butine, who flew out to the center fielder Brecken Kruger in his first at-bats. 1-0 pitch will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Shenahaw and Payton, the next 2 hitters. That one will bounce in, and it's now 3-0. Two walks so far have been issued by Dean, both to Logan Kelling. 3-0 pitch right down the middle. It's now 3-1 here to Butine. Here's a 3-1. That one is popped up. That will get out of play. And the count is now 3-2. So from 3-0, now a full count. The leadoff man here in the top of the fourth inning. Payoff pitch from Dean. Ground ball up the middle. Keenholz will field. His throw to first is going to be a little bit high. Jumping up is Lionston back down the bag to retire Butine. The leadoff man retired here in the top of the fourth inning. And we'll bring up Sam Shenahaw. Shenahaw is 0 for 1. He ground out to the third baseman Wiebe in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch from Dean. That went off the glove of Hunsley and missing for ball 1. And Shenahaw had the go-ahead and hit. A 2 RBI single as he'll foul that one out of play. And the count is at 1-1. And Shenahaw had just 6 runs driven in, now with 8. 4 hits coming into this doubleheader. That one's taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Dean looking for a strikeout number 3. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, then he got a piece of it, and he floats it foul down the right field line. Nearly placed that one perfect for a base hit. But it still is a 1-2 count. Here with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the fourth inning. In a scoreless ball game between Pierre and Brandon Valley. 1-2. That one will miss just a little bit low, and the count's now 2-2. Not offering on that curveball was Shenahaw. Here's the 2-2. Line shot right to Hansen will make the catch, and there's 2 down. And we'll bring up Ty Payton. Singled back in the second. Payton, the left fielder, the lefty, second baseman. The lefty got the base hit in his first at-bats. First pitch to him. Ground ball right to Lyons. He'll stab at it, make the play. He'll step on the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dean here in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post-State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
It is the bottom of the fourth inning, and Post State and Brandon Valley still without a score. As it is Jaden Wiebe, Gary Nedved, and Johnny Lyons, 3, 4, and 5 here for the Eights. Jared Zur has been hard to figure out so far. Bennett Dean has been hard to figure out so far as well for both these teams. As we play here in the bottom of the fourth, down to just 3 games left to go the regular season, including this one. After today, we'll have a doubleheader on Monday as Post State will take on Aberdeen. 5 o'clock, we'll have first pitch. 40-45, we'll have coverage here on at KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. And then we'll wait to see the destination for Post State. The first pitch to Wiebe is a grounder. That is foul for strike one. If Post State does not win this game, we do know they will be on the road. If they come away with the win, then they still have to beat Aberdeen twice. And then the cards could fall for Post State to be hosting. Wiebe will shoot that one out towards left center field. Spicer is there to make the catch. Leadoff man is retired. Here in the bottom of the fourth, and it will bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved struck out swinging in his first at-bats. As he digs in here with one out and nobody on. Here's the first pitch from Zur to Nedved. Over for strike one. The interesting thing might be, and for Nedved, he was 2 for 3 in total on the day. But Bennett Dean went 2 for 4, is what you do if Dean does not go the distance, as it counts 0-2. Because while Nedved struck out in his first at-bat and swung at the 0-1 pitch in the dirt to make it 0-2 count, do you leave him in to be the DH? Or do you put Dean out there on the field? As the 0-2 pitch is upstairs, it's now 1-2. Probably would put Dean over to first base and then work everybody else around, with Jackson Edmond the only guy on the bench right now for Post State. Here's the 1-2 pitch, line shot, base hit for Gary Nedved. Third hit of the day for Nedved. He's 1 for 2 in this ball game. And it will bring up Johnny Lyons, who flew out to the right fielder. A diving play by Butine in the bottom of the second. So runner on first and one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Post State looking to try and get their first lead, or just get a lead, as the first pitch is over for strike one. Nobody has scored quite yet. Still scoreless with one out in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss low, and it's even at a ball and a strike. Jed Zabel and George Stalley would follow here for Post State. 6 and 7 in the order. Right now the number 5 man in the order for Post State. 1-1 pitch. Lions out towards left center field. That one's going back, and Making the catch will be the left fielder and Ryder. And there's now 2 down. That one hung up just a little bit longer than Lions would have liked. So now here's Jed Zabel. He ground out to the second baseman in his first at-bat with 2 down here in the inning. Nedved will be off with contact with 2 away, so a ball in the gap. Nedved will have to get on his horse and maybe try and find a way to score. Check over and back in safely is Nedved at first base. Get you some more score updates as we go along here in this ball game. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-1 here to Jed Zabel. Game's still going on right now. It is tied between post 320 and post 15 East. 8-8 that score. Post 320. Looks like they, as that one is a ground ball base hit for Zabel through the left side. He's got a single, and it's first and second here with 2 away. And it will bring up George Stalley, who had 3 RBIs in that first ball game. The second game between post 320 and East, an 8-8 ball game, 7-1. A lead right now for post 22 over Sioux Falls West. Yankton and Brookings has started. That's a 0-0 tie. We might be the last team to get done, last game to get done. That's the bottom of the 3rd inning. That might be the last game. But an 8-8 tie between post 320 and Sioux Falls East. That's in the top of the 3rd inning as well. And the Hard Hats of post 22 leading 7-1 over Sioux Falls West in the top of the 7th with nobody out. So post 22 about ready to sweep West, which will help out post 8's chances a little bit more of, because right now West would be at 39.64 points going 2-2, where post 8 could stay above them at 39.7 if they go 2-2, which at this right now you're hoping that's, hoping at the worst you go 3-1 because you lost the first game, you win the last 3 of the season, but at the very least you want to finish at 2-2. Winning 2 of the last 3 ball games. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Stalley. Ground ball left side. We fielded by the shortstop. The throw to first from Kelling is in the dirt and just got him out at first base. And that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. Post 8's and Brandon Valley is still tied with no score listed. Post 8 baseball on KCCR. And on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Wahi Federal Credit Union member? At a Wahi Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at a Wahi Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Wahi Federal Credit Union.
Top of the 5th inning, post 8's Brandon Valley is still scoreless, as it will be 8-9-1 for Brandon Valley. Dawson Mork, Nick Hokenstad, and Aiden Spicer, the first 3 hitters here for Brandon Valley. Bennett Dean so far has thrown 65 pitches through 4 innings. Dawson Mork will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first at-bat. He has allowed just 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, 36 strikes on 65 pitches. Here's the first pitch from Dean. Line shots, 1 hopper, Hansen will field. Throw to first is going to be in time, 1 pitch and 1 out. That was a well-struck ball by Dawson Mork, and Hansen got the glove down to field it on a hop. And it'll bring up Nick Hokenstadt. Hokenstadt flew out to Stalley to end the second inning. He's 0 for 1 so far. Here's the first pitch to Hokenstadt. That one taken for a strike. And it's 0-1 here to the number 9 hitter. 3 for 5 so far in total on the day for Hokenstadt. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to Keenels over at short. He will field. His throw to first is going to be in time. And there's 2 down. 3 pitches and 2 outs so far for Dean, and it brings up the top of the order for Aiden Spicer. Spicer is 1 for 2. Ground out to Wiebe at third in the first. And then in the third, he got a base hit, and it was thrown out from Grayson Hunsley, trying to steal second. First pitch to Spicer. That one's over for strike 1. Not quite a 4-pitch inning, but maybe Dean can find his way to a 5-pitch inning. The 0-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss low and away, and the count's now 2-1. No score here in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-1 pitch at the top of the zone, taken for a strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and now Dean is looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs. 3-2 the count. On deck is Logan Kelling, who has already been walked twice. The 2 walks that Dean has allowed. Payoff pitch. Line shot, base hit for Spicer into left field, and that will bring up Logan Kelling with a runner on first and 2 away. Kelling has walked both times. He has been stranded at third and also stranded at first base. And the 2 plate appearances with those 2 walks. Runner on first and 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch to Kelling. That's upstairs for ball 1. Spicer not running on that pitch, and we'll see if he gets the green light to steal after being thrown out the last time he was on base. 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike, and this even at a ball and a strike. Post 22 gets a sweep of Sioux Falls West. They win 7-1 in game number 2, won 14-3 in game 1, 7-1 in game 2. And Sioux Falls West will leave Rapid City at 0-4. The 1-1 is upstairs, is now 2-1. Comes off the heels of a 8-1 win over Harrisburg on Thursday. And they drop both to post 320 and then get swept by post 22. 2-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, Dean looking for his 3rd strikeout. This will be pitch number 79 on the day. Dean will come set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Hunsley will tag him out. No, he won't tag him out. Now he'll throw it to first, and that will retire the side. Here at the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Grayson Hunsley will lead things off here for the Eights. Still no score between the two teams. 8-9-1, Hunsley, Kruger, and Keenholz. This will be pitch number 50 from Jared Zer. Just 49 pitches through 4 complete innings for Jared Zer. First pitch almost hits Hunsley as he is able to sidestep it and take ball one. Hunsley struck out swinging in his first at-bat. A rare strikeout against Hunsley. This is the 4th time that he has been a strikeout victim. The 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it's 1-1. Kruger and then Keenholz. 8-9-1 here for Pierre. We're going to find a way to break through against Jared Zer. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball that is foul. And the count's now 1-2. Activity on the left field bullpen. And for Jared Zer, maybe they don't want him to go through a third time through the order. Because pitch count-wise, he is in a really good spot. Hunsley will reach for it, grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, and Kelling, the throw to first, is going to be in time to retire Hunsley to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And it will bring up Brecken Kruger.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Brecken Kruger.
Again, cannot catch the number and who's warming up down the left field bullpen, but a side armor. Matt Brown, that was actually warming up for Brandon Valley. So again, maybe it might be a Jared Zer only want to go 2 times through the order. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Brecken Kruger with Keenholz on deck. Because the pitch count-wise, that was only pitch number 54. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Kruger swings and misses, and it's now 0-2. 4 strikeouts, no walks, and 4 hits allowed for Jared Zer. One man has reached base on an error for Brandon Valley. Off of Brandon Valley. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kruger swings and misses and will strike out. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And it'll bring up Lincoln Keenholz. So now here's Lincoln Keenholz, who is 2 for 2. 2 singles so far. 3 hits in total of the day. And a home run, 2-run homer in game number 1. Here's the first pitch to him. Keenholz launches it out to left field. He's got another one. That one's out of here. It's a 1-0 lead for Post States with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. His 2nd home run today, and Post States takes a 1-0 lead on the first pitch of his 3rd at-bats. A big, big home run for Keenholz, his 2nd today. And the Eights are on the board first. They lead at 1-0. That one went farther than his first home run. He's been a couple inches away from having 3 home runs today. But his 2nd home run today, 4th now of the season. He has doubled his home run total in one doubleheader. There's a swing and a miss by Hansen. And it's 0-1. That is a huge, huge home run and a big run for Post State to get. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is at the knees and is taken for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. Hansen is 0 for 2, flew out to center field, and also popped out to the second baseman. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball over to the third baseman, fielded by Hokenstadt. His throw to first is going to be in time, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the fifth. 1 run scores on 1 hit with the home run by Lincoln Keatles. No errors and no one left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Pierre leads at 1-0 over Brandon Valley. You listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Man, my pocketbook took a hit from the propane prices this winter.
Sounds like you need to talk to Ed, Chris, and Carlo over at CHS. I locked in my propane pricing this time last year with CHS, and they even set me up on a budget program so I could pay for it each month rather than all at once. Sure helped me this winter.
Really? A budget plan and you got to lock in a price now? Who did you talk to?
CHS, the elevator in town. They're also a hometown propane supplier. Give them a call at 224-5935. Ask for Ed, Chris, or Carla. Stop in or visit their website, chsriverplains.com.
3, 4, and 5 here for Brandon Valley in the top of the 6th inning as Post State now works with a 1-0 lead. Bennett Dean, 5 complete so far. He's got Matt Brown, Austin Ryder, and Daniel Butine to deal with here in the top of the 6th. With now a 1-0 advantage. You listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. First pitch is taken for strike 1 to Matt Brown. Lincoln Keatles has given Post State a 1-0 lead with a solo shot. A 2-out home run. A 1 pitch, missing just a little bit low and outside. That was pitch number 81 for Bennett Dean. Here's the 1-1. That one is skied out towards left center field. Brecken Kruger will call off George Stalley. He'll make the catch, and the leadoff man retired here in the top of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Austin Ryder, the left fielder. Ryder is 0 for 2. Ground out to third and also popped out to the first baseman, Johnny Lyons. Here's the first pitch. That one misses upstairs for ball 1. So Bennett Dean having 22 pitches left to throw in this ball game. And that one is shot out of play. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Of course, when he gets that 105 pitch count, he can finish that at bat. That one is skied out towards left field, foul territory, long run for Stalley. He'll get into foul territory. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. Now here in the top of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Daniel Butine, who is 0 for 2 so far. Butine flew out to center field and also grounded out to the shortstop in his 2 trips to the plate. Pitch number 86 upcoming here for Dean. Here's the first pitch to Butine. That's outside for ball 1. For Post State's in the bottom of the 6th, 3, 4, and 5 for them as well. Weeby, Nedved, and Lyons. The 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled straight back to the netting, and it's even at a ball and a strike again. Listen to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. And coming up at 5:30 or whenever we're done, we'll have coverage of the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. That one is taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Dean looking for strikeout number 4. 1-2 pitch. Check swing and a foul over to the third base dugout. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on here at the top of the 6th. Post State leads at 1-0. 1-2 pitch. Bouncing in. Not offering at it was Butine. And it's now a 2-2 count. Pitch number 91 upcoming here for Dean. He'll deliver. Line shot to center field. Kruger coming in, but it will drop in front for a base hit. And the inning will continue. No 1-2-3 inning. 1-2-3 inning for Dean in the 6th. And now it's Sam Shenahaw. Shenahaw is 0 for 2. Ground out to the third baseman Wiebe, and also popped out, actually lined out to Hansen at second. Tying run is aboard here with 2 outs at the top of the 6th. First pitch to Shenahaw. He'll swing and miss. He's behind the fastball. And it's 0-1. So now with the Dean's pitch count getting up to going to be pitch number 93, we'll wonder who will be the guy in relief for Post State. The 0-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Maybe look at a guy like Jet Zabel, that I believe he is available to pitch. Really, Lincoln Keenel's the only guy here that's unable to pitch coming into the day. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, it's now 1-2. So this will be pitch number 95. And if Dean wants to try and go all 7 innings, he'll have to retire Shenahaw here quickly and then start to work quickly in the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch. Just missing, low and away, and the count's now 2-2. I think Dean right now is, if he can get Shenahaw, has earned the right to start the 7th inning. Here's the 2-2. Taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side. 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Dean. No runs, 1 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. 5.5 completes. 1-0 lead for Pierre over Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Into the bottom of the 6th inning, Post State leads at 1-0 over Brandon Valley, trying to extend this 1-0 lead, as it is Jaden Wiebe, Gary Nedved, and Johnny Lyons, 3, 4, and 5 here for the 8s in the bottom of the 6th. For Brandon Valley in the top of the 7th, they will have 7, 8, and 9, Peyton, Mork, and Hokenstead. Bennett Dean will have an opportunity to get out there on the mound with 9 pitches still left to go. No activity in the right field bullpen, and again, it seems like somewhere would probably be Jet Zabel that you would see. I would, if I had to guess right now, and also with the fact that nobody's warming up in the bullpen, that was Zabel hitting 4th or hitting 4th in the inning, that he's going to be ready to go quickly. He can't really get down the bullpen. Actually, there will be some activity down in the bullpen, and Brecken Kruger will go start to warm up. As the first pitch is taken for strike one to Jaden Wiebe. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wiebe showing bunt, drops it down the third base line, trying to beat it out. Tough play for the third baseman. The throw to first is not in time, and a leadoff single, bunt single for Jaden Wiebe. And that's a big base hit for the Eights to bring up Gary Nedved, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game. That was just the 6th hit now for Post States. And now we'll have time called, and that will signal the end of the day for Jared Zur, and Matt Brown will come in to pitch. So with a runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th, we'll have our first pitching change of game number 2. Jared Zur goes 5 innings, giving up just 1 home run, the only blemish against him. We'll step aside for a minute, come back with more. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
So here we are, the bottom of the 6th inning with a runner on first and nobody out, and Matt Brown is now on the mound. Not nearly throwing his sidearm as he was at the end of his warm-up tosses last inning. But Matt Brown will come in to pitch here for Brandon Valley. This will be his 7th relief appearance, 8th appearance overall. He is 1-1 with a save, 14 hits allowed, 11 runs, 8 earned. 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, a ERA of 5.42 and a whip of 1.74. And he will deal with a runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gary Nedved will be the first man to greet him. Jared Zur can't close the book quite yet on him with the 5 innings. He's responsible for Wiebe over at first base. First pitch is over for strike 1. But Jared Zur did give up 6 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. 1 earned run through those 5 innings. However, he is still responsible for Wiebe at first base. 0-1 pitch upstairs, and it's even at a ball and a strike. Nedved singled back in the bottom of the 4th inning. He was stranded at second. Post State had 2 hits in that 4th inning, unable to score. It's just a 1-0 game right now here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-1 here to Nedved. Again, Brecken Kruger warming up. He threw at the end of game number 1, but is still available to throw here in game number 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one is fouled back, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kruger, who ended up with the loss in that ball game, threw just 25 pitches, so he's available to return in this second game. Here's the 2-2. Pickoff attempt, and back in diving headfirst is Wiebe. Johnny Lyons, Judd Zabel, the next couple hitters. Here's the 2-2. That one misses low and outside. The count is now full at 3-2. Brown with just 4 walks in 10 1/3 innings. So he's not looking to add to that total. But he has hit 7 different hitters. Another pickoff attempt. And back in is Wiebe. So he's allowed 11 free passes with 12 strikeouts. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball left side, fielded by Hokenstad. The throw to second for one, but it was not caught cleanly by the second baseman. It'll be an air charge to the third baseman, Hokenstad. And it's first and second now with nobody out. Second air of the ball game now for Brandon Valley. And it's Johnny Lyons, who is 0 for 2. Coming to the plates with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Brown will come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Lyons. He'll pop it up right side. Foul territory. Room to make the play. The first baseman and Chenahall will make the catch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th. And it will bring up Jet Zabel. So here is Zabel, who is 1 for 2. He grounded out to the second baseman, also got a base hit. Runners at first and second here with one out. Stepping off is Brown. Everybody will reset here. The big spots in the 6th inning, trying to extend a 1-0 lead right now here for Post State. First pitch to Zabel, swings through it. Behind on the fastball from Brown. George Stalley and Grayson Hunsley will be the next couple hitters here for Post State. Zabel looking to make this a 2-0 ball game. Wiebe is at second. Neved over at first. 0-1 pitch. And Zabel pushed that one foul and nearly hit the car that was driving on Capitol. And the count is now 0-2. Zabel looking for his second hit of the ball game. And third hit overall the day. The runner in scoring position and one down. 0-2 pitch. Just inside, maybe a little high. And the count is now 1-2. Post State's hitting .277 with runners in scoring position. Jet Zabel hitting .192 with runners in scoring position. He's got a runner in scoring position right now at second base. 1-2 pitch. That'll miss low and inside. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck again, George Stalley, not Grayson Hunsley. We'll have time called, and Dawson Mork will make his way out to talk with Matt Brown. Looking for a way to make this at least a 2-0 ball game. Again, the top of the 7th, Brandon Valley will have 7, 8, and 9. Bennett Dean will have 9 pitches to work with in the top of the 7th. And it looks like Brecken Kruger would be the guy to try and potentially get the save if it's an opportunity for a save. Brown again will step off and get reset. Pierre's in for the sign. Now it'll come set. Here's the 2-2 to Zabel. Fouls it back. Stays alive here at 2-2. And George Stalley waiting on deck. Brown will come set again. 2-2 pitch. Line shot, base hit up the middle. Rounding third is Wiebe. It's underneath the glove of the center fielder. Nedved will make his way over to third. They're going to round Nedved. He's going to try and score. The throw coming in. No throw to the plate. An RBI single for Jet Zabel. The air costs another run. And Post State leads at 3-0 with one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Both runs come in to score. Zabel gets credit for the one RBI. And then the air charge to the center fielder. will allow Zabel to take second and Nedved to score. Second error of the inning. And it's now George Staley still hitting with a runner in scoring position. And Post State has made this a 3-0 ball game. A little bit more breathing room, but as we know in game one, it's not over until you get the final 3 out. Staley with a ground ball up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman. A tough throw. The throw to first is going to be in time to get Staley out at first base. As Peyton nearly lost his balance before making that throw, and a good scoop from Shenahaw to retire Staley. And there's now 2 down, and Zabel is over at third base, and Grayson Hunsley, who is 0 for 2, looking for a base hit to make this a 4-0 ball game. Hunsley, again, in game number 1, went 0 for 3, so he's 0 for 5 right now, but that all goes away with a base hit to make it a 4-0 lead. First pitch from Brown to Hunsley. Ground ball up the middle, but fielded by the second baseman and Peyton. The throw to first is going to be in time and retire the side here at the bottom of the 6th. But 2 big insurance runs on 2 hits in the inning, 2 errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 7th, and Post State looking for a split with Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so sexy. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
It is the top of the 7th. Post State's leading 3-0. Bennett Dean is on the mound. 9 pitches left to go before he has to be removed because of pitch count. And obviously, if he gets 2 outs in 8 pitches, if he gets 2 outs in 8 pitches, he'll have an opportunity to get that final out and to have a complete game against Brandon Valley. Ty Payton, Dawson Mork, and Nick Hokenstad, the first 3 hitters to lead off the top of the 7th. 7, 8, 9 here for Brandon Valley. Again, for Post State, this is a huge opportunity to get a split, where they thought they were going to get maybe a Game 1 win. Didn't turn out that way for them. And now they're looking for that final win here against Brandon Valley. Go to 1-1 and then be looking for a doubleheader sweep against Aberdeen to still possibly put themselves into a home series in the 8-9 matchup. Post 15 East, they're beating Post 320 11-8 now. First pitch from Dean is taken for strike 1 to kick off the top of the 7th. Yankton is trailing Brookings 1-0 in that ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Again, Brecken Kruger was the guy warming up in the right field bullpen in the bottom of the 6th inning, because Dean's pitch count is near towards the end. There's a line shot to Lyons. He'll make the catch. 1 out here at the top of the 7th. And he'll bring up Dawson Mork. That was pitch number 99 for Dean. So he's got 5 pitches to work with here. If he can retire Mork in 5 or less, he'll have the opportunity. If he does retire Mork in 5 or less, he'll have the opportunity to get that complete game. First pitch is over for strike 1 on pitch number 100 of the day for Bennett Dean. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 5 hits allowed. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to right field. Jet Zabel going back on it. Still going back. He'll make the catch. There's 2 down And now Bennett Dean has an opportunity to go for a complete game shutout over Brandon Valley. He's got 4 pitches still left to work with, but if he can retire, Hokenstadt doesn't matter. It does not matter what happens in how many pitches he throws. Hokenstadt is 0 for 2. And Bennett Dean looking to finish this one out and earn a split. 3-0 lead for Pierre in the top of the 7th. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. And for Bennett Dean, who's thrown really well. He's had 2 different complete games, but he's been on the losing end of both. Ground ball left side. Keenholz will bobble. He'll still throw to first. It is in time, and roll 8. Post 8 gets a complete game shutout from Bennett Dean. They win it 3-0. A home run for Lincoln Keenholz in the 6th gives them a 1-0 lead, and then 2 RBIs, or 2 runs driven in the bottom of the 6th. A 3-0 win for Pierre over Brandon Valley in Game 2 of the doubleheader. A big split for Pierre today. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Post State wins it 3-0 over Brandon Valley in our second game of the doubleheader, thanks to a complete game shutout from Bennett Dean, as he was able to go 103 pitches, gave up just 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks for Bennett Dean, who went all 7 innings. Lincoln Keenholz had the home run in the bottom of the 6th that gave Post State, in the bottom of the 5th that gave Post State the lead, and in the 6th inning, it was an RBI single from Jed Zabel, and Air allowed the second run to come in to score. They had 2 errors in the inning, did Brandon Valley in the bottom of the 6th, that allowed Post State to take a 3-0 lead, and that is how they win the ball game in game number 2. The time of the ball game was 1 hour and 32 minutes. No runs, 5 hits, no runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Brandon Valley. Left 6 men on base, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on base for Post State. We'll be back on the air 4:45 on Monday, with Aberdeen in town. A 5 o'clock first pitch of that doubleheader, as Post State will close out the regular season against Aberdeen in that doubleheader. We'll take you up to 5:30 here, another 45 seconds or so before we get you out to San Francisco for the Giants and the Brewers. Final scores, once again, Post State's, they dropped game number 1 after leading 7-3. They end up losing 8-7 in game number 1, but they come back and win 3-0 in game number 2. I want to say thanks to Spencer Kelly back at the station. John Wickler here as we sign off a 8-7 loss in Game 1, 3-0 win in Game number 2. Back on the air at 4:45 on Monday for a 5 o'clock first pitch of a doubleheader to close out the regular season, as the Eights will be looking for a doubleheader sweep to potentially host. We'll see you on Monday as we send you out to San Francisco between the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. Have a good rest.